In this video, we will show you how to log and alarm an agent and display these in an alarm list and train control. Let's go.
From the application launcher, we've run the demo. We've got into the design application. We've added a tag called pump current, if you remember correctly. It's an analog and it's the pump current. First of all, we're going to log it. There are many things you can do with logging. We select the slot that we want to log, so you can log any slot of any agent. We're going to stick with the value slot. It's going to be continuous or on demand. So for example, you might just want to log very high resolution based on some activity within your plant. So you can trigger the logging itself. You can create a number of data log sets if you want to. So you may want to log the average of a process over a long period of time, sampled every 30 seconds, for example, or whatever configuration you would like. In our scenario, we're just going to say, let's make that for 10 minutes. And we're going to log for 10 minutes every 1 second. So it's going to be quite a large file. What happens is the way you set this up really determines the size of the log file that it establishes. You can also, by the way, log to a database if that's what you really like to do. So you can log to the Adroit trend historian if you'd like to. Alternatively, you could log to SQL. And then I'm going to just start it. Then I'm going to go to the alarm of that, and I'm going to alarm the high slot, and I'm going to alarm the high slot. It's created graphic form. I think we called it sample. Right, now we want to put two controls on here. The first one I want to drop in from my toolbox under my Adroit is the alarm viewer. Drop it on there, and we'll dock that to the bottom of the form, and we're going to take under data a trend chart. We're going to dock this to the top, and I'm going to just stretch that to give me a bit of real estate. So now I've got a trend window and I've got an alarm window. In the trend window, if I want to edit the chart, there are many configuration aspects to this. I'm going to just put in the pump current, and my value, I just browse in my tag, the value slot of my tag, and I can just fill the slots straight from the agent. Alternatively, you can fill these in as you would like. I go to next, which is my axis setup. I don't want it to be automatic. I want it to be between 0 and 60. Let's just give it a heading, and I think that's enough to run it. So now I've got a trend control to show my pump current, and I've got my alarms. If I save this, if I save the sample, and as we did before, I'm going to drop a button on here, and let's just call that trend, and add a behavior which was an execute command behavior, and we are going to browse down to the sample graphic form and launch it in modal form. Finish that, save it, and from my operator launch my trend. So now I've got, and you'll see that as all my alarms that are set up for my default alarm list will start coming through, and there is my trend that comes into that window.
Now that you have mastered alarming, in this next video we will demonstrate how to create a brand new configuration or project, add a PLC device, set up a new graphics project with basic UI structure and navigation, and how to use the shapes, wizards, and examples.